Boom, free game today, free game. All right, we're gonna talk about some insights to consider when you're analyzing your competition, right? Boom, I think I got that all spelled right. So insights, to consider when you're analyzing your competition. So one of the first things I do when I design a website, I look at my competitor websites, right? So I'll probably pull up maybe like five or so websites of competitors of mine in the same space, and I'll just look at what they're doing, right? I'll look at how are their websites structured, how are their images placed, how long are their web pages, right? Because that's another SEO point. So when I'm analyzing my competitors' websites, the first thing I like to do is at least identify five. So that's one. Because when you have five, you have a good range to kind of really see what the differences are, right? So the second thing I usually ask myself is, if I'm looking at my competitors, they're doing this on this site, they're doing this on this site, how do I distinguish myself, right? How do I distinguish myself from my competitor? Or what's your distinguishing factor? So when I redesigned, one of my websites, I had literally, as I was going through the process, I had 2 or 3 of my competitor websites up, and I'm looking at, okay, they have these pictures, these type pictures, they have this much text, text over here. They have pictures displayed this way with the text this way, this style, this, that, and the third. So I'm thinking about, okay, I need to do X, Y, and Z, copying, what my competitors are doing with my style. But then how do I inject that distinguishing factor, right? So one of the distinguishing factors that I always really find an opportunity to inject is diversity. A lot of my business competitors in the industries I'm in, in the online smoke shop space, in the tea space, generally speaking, they're not diverse niches, right? So when I'm looking at my competitors and looking at their websites, I always look to, okay, if they're not adding an element of diversity, I can inject that there, right? Because that's my distinguishing factor. So again, distinguishing factor. The third thing you want to consider is what sort of better offer could you add, right? Than your competitors. So, for one, I see with a lot of my competitors, they'll give like 10% coupon codes on their site, right? So maybe you want to get 15% because again, or give 15%. Because again, if you're putting yourself in the customer's perspective, in the customer's shoes, they might have 2 or 3 websites open looking at, well, what's the better offer I can get for these type of products or these things I'm looking to buy, right? So when you're thinking about some insights to consider for analyzing your competition, one, try to identify about 5 so you can really get a range of kind of what style and what they're doing, so you can understand where you can then make some differentiation from your competitors. 2, definitely consider what's your distinguishing factor. Again, for me, a lot of times in the work I'm doing, diversity is the distinguishing factor. So I try to inject, some diversity in the content. And then 3, what is the better offer you can provide, over your competitors. So again, follow SixFiggaSideHustle.com for more free game. SixFigga Side Hustle on Instagram, Facebook, all that. And let's see you get your side hustle up. Peace.